Hey, yo, Chris. Hey, yo, Chris.
Yo,
CJ McCollum.
what about him?
That boy, he shouldn't be traded.
Why you think?
Nah. He shouldn't be traded. We gonna get to that in a second. Damn, all the videos gone. Damn, all the videos gone.
We are the video.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, my big
What
Thomas
what
intro
what?
gone. My baby intro
what
gone. The
I'm
juvie
about to
gone.
say. So what would Juvie say?
Damn. Uh, Whoa, what's happening? It's your boy Juvie from the Know Ya. Uh, rest in peace to all those people that resting in peace. Um, just make sure Valentine's Day pass. Make sure you get your loved ones some Reese's Pieces. You know what I'm saying? And that come from the heart. You heard me? Because it's all about athletes and athletics. You heard?
Okay, now we
Yeah,
now we getting
yeah.
somewhere
And check.
and longevity. Because if you ain't got
And
no longevity,
you ain't got that in your heart. Valentine's Day just passed. So if you ain't got that in your heart, you in the wrong business. You heard? Say, bruh. So look, check this out. There's a lot of talk about CJ McCollum, his age, uh, the amount of money that he makes, uh, the expiration or the upcoming expiration of his contract.
yeah.
I'm here to tell you, none of that matters. None of
Mm,
it. None
mm,
of it matters. I'm here to
mm.
tell you that he is the perfect teammate for an up and coming Trey Murphy. And fingers crossed, because I still don't fully believe in this guy yet. But fingers crossed for a Zion Williamson who has his thinking cap on, and then possibly whoever else you fill that roster out with. I think if you look
Well,
at
why you talking like that?
what you mean, I'm being professional.
All right, go ahead.
How I said what's wrong? How I sounded?
If you look at if
My
you look
fault.
at
All
the
right,
particulars
let me calm down. Let me
and the
calm down. I thought
structure
we
of
I
the
thought we was podding. I thought we was
I mean,
podding.
I mean, we pod. I ain't recognize your pod voice. You code switching on the pod?
I
That's
I
crazy.
I tried. No, let
All
me tell
right.
you, because like I'm one person. Like when I get money, when I get rich, I'm totally gonna forget who I was. Like I don't. I'm not gonna remember anybody. I'm gonna change my number. So, that's a little preview.
Yeah.
But nah, man. So CJ, bro, he has a skill set that it's the one thing that this team needs. It's shooting,
Hmm.
and it's shooting at a phenomenal clip. It
Yeah.
ain't just some regular ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he 2 for 5 here. Like this motherfucker has erupted for 43 points, 31 points. I didn't he had a 50, huh? Didn't he have a 50? He
I believe so.
had a 50 ball.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. He made 7 threes the other day. Bro, he was 7 for 12, Chris. He
Yeah.
shot the three at 58%.
Yeah.
31 points against Sacramento a couple games ago. He shot
Hmm.
54%, 11 shot attempts, 6 makes.
Yeah.
He had 30, 23, 22, 45, 26. Bro, he had a 50 against Washington. The man was 10 for 6, 10 for 16. That man is a guy you cannot afford to trade if you are the New Orleans Pelicans. Holler at me, scream at me, talk to me.
Um. CJ has. Did you know that he has 11 straight seasons with averaging 20 points a game?
I do know that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very well aware, which is why it's so weird to me when people are calling him a terrorist. What the fuck?
the
He the only
real.
the only
Tell him.
serious person on your team.
Yeah. Tell him. I'm about to say. Tell him who the real terrorist is.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? One ain't here, and the other one, the other one's still here, but we don't know. We don't know for how long. And I mean that in a in a playful manner. I mean, some of the things. No, no, I don't. No, I don't. Because look, um, the thing that's lost, I think, the most with CJ, and I know, like, we're gonna talk the money at some point. It's gonna be a short show, but we're gonna talk the financials element because that's a big part of with if what you're saying is going to happen, there's two sides to look at that and what that would mean for the Pelicans going forward, right? But you know, Coach Mike Cyprian, who we're gonna have on the show at some point, has said this quite often, and it makes a lot of sense that the issue with CJ hasn't been CJ. It's been that he has never, or not for a very long time, been able to play the role that he was brought to New Orleans to play. Because either Zion was out, or Brandon was out, or they both were out. And when we talking from chemistry perspective, we talking chemistry or just productivity alone, is what it is. And I hate to break it to some folks. I know like people wanted him to take over some series, and you can't look, man. I mean, he didn't play very well in the playoff series. I had to go look in the Phoenix series from a few years ago. I'm not sure how well he played. He played in that. And we've seen him have some thinkers, right, being the number 2 guy, the number 2 option. But he's no longer Portland CJ, and that's okay. But they didn't bring him to be Portland CJ. They brought CJ to New Orleans to be a third option. And we just haven't consistently been able to see it. So, going forward with the emergence of Trey Murphy, will that continue? Will he continue to try to meet that quest of being a third option? And what does that mean? I mean, I got a lot of questions about him, but I do think he gets a for a dude that he has been as productive and consistent and available as he is. I think some people give him a real, tough grade on things that really ain't in his control. I think he's done the most from what he's been given, in my opinion.
Bro, he's been the most consistent player on the team.
Yep.
Take that for whatever it is worth. I was about to say he didn't have a good playoff series with Phoenix. But the fact of the matter is he averaged 22, 7, and 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you include, again, this is all Zion Williamson's fault. So if you included him, if he played in that game and in that series and CJ was able to just, see, because the thing is they were able to put what's his name? Mikal on CJ for some of that time. Mm-hmm. The thing is, if Zion is playing, you got to honor the mismatch. You got it. Yeah. Somebody gonna have to. A lesser player is gonna be guarding him at some point, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, of course, Brandon cut a lot of the slack in that series, also because you got Mikal, you got Cam, you had whatever bodies they could throw at him, they did. Exactly right. And in that Thunder series, he wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? But who was good?
Who right? I mean, offensively,
who was good?
Nobody was good. Nobody was good. And look, I mean, he's not a carrier anymore, man. And getting most dudes, we've been talking for a while about when does the transition for CJ happen, to being a 6-man. So I'm gonna ask you. I see why he shouldn't be traded, and I think we've had previous conversations in some shows that we've done because it was interesting. And if I was in the media room, it was one of the things I would ask him with all of the veterans that have been moved and that have asked out or that have wanted other situations, only wanted to go to certain teams, not really hearing his name brought up and actually hearing that the Pelicans had no plans on trading CJ or Zion. Like, what does that say about him? Like, why? And if you're the Pelicans, he's kind of like, from a stability standpoint, from a franchise organizational standpoint, you kind of need CJ, a dude like CJ McCollum, to want to say, I see how messy y'all are. I want to be a part of the solution. Or I want to be a part of, I don't know if he wants to retire in New Orleans. I mean, just like, what's his goal? What does he want at this point? He want to win a championship? Odds are it's not going to happen in New Orleans right now. He wants to make a lot of money. What's a lot of money? He probably ain't due for a raise. He want to take a pay cut. If I'm CJ, why would I take a pay cut to be here? What have you shown? What have you shown me as an organization to tell me that I should take a pay cut and take a lesser role right now? I ain't regressed yet. Y'all regressed. I got a lot of
Mm,
questions, dog. I'm need you to answer them for me.
Talk to me. What we starting? What's
So the first thing, if he stays, it's probably a short-term deal.
Sure.
What's his role? Like if you are, let's say it's a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, what would be his projected role during that period?
See, this is the point. I can't fully answer that question because I need to know what the roster is.
Okay.
What is the roster construction? Who is
they draft Cooper Flag?
That still don't, because okay, hear me out. DeJounte Murray is going to be out until.
Yep.
So you don't have a point guard.
Yep.
Is Misi the coming back as a starting center?
Probably.
So Misi, Flag, Zion, Trey, CJ.
But what? Okay, so now let's say what never happens. The Pelicans are healthy. What's his role for the back end of the? You know what I'm saying?
Ideally, and this is the thing. I think CJ understands he's at this point in his career. He's long in the tooth. Like he got.
I've never liked that. I've never.
You gotta respect long in the tooth, bro.
I'm not.
You know it's the equivalent of that in New Orleans. Like when a dude see like let's call her a MILF or a GILF, depending on how you like your, you know what I'm saying? You like your ILFs. How you like your
right?
ILFs. Right. The equivalent of that be a person from New Orleans saying, yo, she got some age on her, yeah. Like you could have just say, you know what I'm saying? Like she's a little bit older or she's aging gracefully. Like, anyways, ideally, you would want CJ to come off the bench. You would want him to accept that role, and I believe that he would accept that role. With this present roster, there's no need for him to. Even before everybody got hurt, there was still no need for him to. There's no clearly defined expectations in the role. You said something interesting about regression. Yes, CJ is not. Actually, if anything, he's become more efficient. He's become more refined at his one particular skill, and that's shooting the basketball. I think he's shooting the basketball actually better than he shot it as a Trailblazer.
He's ironically finding a way to have his game age gracefully, like fill in the blank.
Like
you need the bouncing ball.
Pardon
me? He's ironically found a way to have his game age gracefully, like
another NBA player. I was supposed to.
Nope. Wine.
Oh damn!
Because he said
wine. I'm sorry. That was terrible. That was terrible. In the show.
That's my fault.
No. That was me.
That was you. You.
Yeah. Okay. No, that was me. So yeah, like the two questions you asked me. The defined role will be coming off the bench. 2, I don't think the money would be a problem because it seems like he wants to be here. He could have easily asked for a trade out of this team is going nowhere. This would be the first season.
Which makes him a lunatic, by the way.
No, he's insane. No, he pushed somebody with a basketball last week. So I mean, this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like this is not new. The fact that he has been dealing with all of this bullshit with this team so far and has not asked out is kind of crazy.
You think he's stubborn or just someone that really wants stability while also trying to be of something that he can help build or change? Which might play into being stubborn. It might be the same thing, but
I think it's both. There's no way you go to Lehigh, beat Duke in the first round, have the career he had, and not be stubborn and insane at the same time. To be an undersized guard with minimal athletic ability in the NBA and average 20 points a game for 11 seasons, yeah, he fucking insane. Some not really lining up right there, but it's the beauty in the game because like that's how you define greatness. And I think that if you look at, we talk about Trey later, but I love Trey Murphy. If you look at what you would define greatness, you have a great example in your locker room. So let me ask you this.
Yep.
Should CJ McCollum retire as a New Orleans Pelican?
If I were the Pelicans, I would want to find a way to make that happen. That would be very important to me. Of finding a way to make that happen. You need somebody that you can like on the Pelican side. That's what you call it. Now I wouldn't say a spokesperson, bro, but that like the Pelicans need legends. The Pelicans need a story with somebody good, someone great, story that ended well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because none of them ended well.
Yeah, I mean, all of them didn't end on bad terms, but there's a difference between not ending on bad terms and ending well.
Even Brandon, that didn't end well.
It was incomplete.
It was very much so incomplete, and a lot of that is his fault. A lot of that was Zion's fault. But regardless, you have now three guys in your top 5 of scoring all time, and it all ended terribly with each one of those. And the only one who has been respectful in his returns has been Chris Paul. I don't obviously know, Brandon
David
probably
West.
Doesn't fit David West. Brandon doesn't probably feel the greatest about the Pelicans right now.
Yeah.
But much respect to Brandon. You think CJ accepts a role off the bench as a bench player?
I mean, it's all about what he wants, because here's my thing, Lito. If I'm him, and this is why I'm curious where I know he wants to win a championship, but is he at that point to where he's desperate to win a championship yet? Because I mean, he's still, we treat him like he old, bro. But I mean, he turned 33 this year. The way his game is aging, he could still be productive at 36, 37 years old. And maybe that's the area where he starts ring chasing. But he don't seem like a dude that want to bounce place to place just to get a championship. Especially for someone who says he always says bloom when you're planted, right? So that was one of the first things he said when he got to New Orleans. So yeah, I mean, I think eventually, but they got to give him a reason that makes sense to do it. I think he even said that. They have to offer him a reason that makes sense. They haven't been able to offer that yet. And I look at him, it's like he's seen the inconsistency, he's seen maybe some of the dysfunction. Man, like, is he the guy who, because like CJ helps bring, I think, respect to your organization, to your franchise. In a lot of ways, he helps bring, and the longer he's there, the more respect it brings, because you'll have somebody that chose to be to New. Like if he signs a second contract, that's telling.
Mm-hmm.
That's if he signs a second contract, that's telling, to where other guys around the league might be like, okay, I keep seeing all these people that sign second deals that are drafted there, then they end up bouncing. I keep seeing people developing their games, getting their life right, and then leaving. I keep seeing people going other places for other organizations. I keep seeing them being used as called a farm team, but this dude chose to stay there. The dude that doesn't want to coach, a dude that we have no idea what he wants, if he wants to be an executive post career. We have no idea what CJ truthfully wants. I mean, but if you're the Pelicans, you kind of I think he's somebody you should need or feel like you should need.
So let's talk contract before we get out of here, because we're a little over, but we good.
A little longer than 2.
Yeah, a little longer than 2. So CJ at age 33 right now is making $33 million a year. He's at 23% of the cap. Next year he makes 30, drops down to 19% of the cap. Well, 25, 26, let's call it that. So technically that's right now.
Yeah.
He is an unrestricted free agent at the end of this deal. Personally, again, you cannot let him leave the building.
Okay.
Can't let him get out the building. I think that CJ would be gracious enough with all of you got people missing flights. You got people who the team is declared not injured, still say they're injured. You got
Everything.
everything. I think he would take a team-friendly deal, and I think
Okay.
that he would be willing to help the roster out, and the team out, and bloom where he's been planted.
Okay. So currently, right now, and I got to fix something that I said earlier as well. This would be his 10th straight season of averaging 20 points per game. Now, let me tell you, like the group that he's in, if he gets to 11. If he gets to 11, he cracks the 25, like the top 25 all time NBA players. That would be the the uh the company that he would have at that point around Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, Charles Barkley, Russell Westbrook's streak's gonna come to an end this year. If you get to 12, bro, he around Kyrie, AI, Pat Ewing, Wilt Chamberlain. Like, we gotta put some respect on CJ's resume. But currently right now, I think he's ranked like 9th in shooting guard salary.
Mm-hmm.
So if we talking per year, I believe he's ranked 9th on average, tied with Jordan Poole. Dropping down to 30 would take him out of the top 10, put him around Tyler Hero, and right above Devin Vassell.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying, okay, we don't, it's just like I think he should probably be looking to be. I mean, he can't take less than 25 mil. I don't think he can. I don't think he should. But he can't make 30. He cannot be a top, like they cannot be paying him top 10 shooting guard money.
Okay. I mean, I ain't mad at that. But
I don't think they can, but he can't be lower than 20 years. He
the
gotta be
thing
somewhere in
is,
that 15-ish.
you gotta to be honest, you kind of gotta pray for him to take a bad deal. It's how it's one of those things. It's how Golden State was able to sign KD in KD's prime, because Steph took a lot of team-friendly deals. A lot of it worked out because he was injury prone and he was locked into a deal before he quote unquote bloomed into who he became. I think you would hope that he would now like see something in this roster that will make him be like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, look, like I would love for him to turn into Andre Iguodala in regards to like mentality, but that takes like a clear path, either path towards winning or actual winning. This will be a lot easier, dog, if these teams won games, bro. If they've been consistently like knocking on the door in regards to success or contention, because they're not. Why should I take less money? If they were, I could call them up and say, all right, look, Norman Powell making 18 mil right now, 18 mil a year.
Yeah.
We'll give you a slight raise of 20 a year. You take it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Malik Monk making like 19 mil right now. But if you CJ, if let's say my worth around the league on a winning team is 20 mil, my worth to you in New Orleans is 25 because you're New Orleans.
Yep.
You need me more, I need you.
Yep.
So it's tough, but I feel like whatever his value is, Lito, the Pelicans gotta pay him more, and unfortunately, they should.
CJ McCollum is currently 155th all time in scoring in the NBA. He's got 15,000 career points.
Yeah.
So you do with that what you will, but for the people who kind of on the he doesn't do this or he's not clutch, he's 15 fucking thousand points. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like that's to keep putting that in perspective. Like Jimmy Butler has 15,000 career points, and people,
Mr. Big Face.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's for what it's worth a better player than CJ.
Yeah,
I would say that. It's just by the end of the season he should be 60. He should be 50. He probably like 15.9. Some shit like that, 15.7. But anyways, man, that's neither here nor there. Justin, you deleted all my videos, man. I'm gonna have a talk with you, pal. 25 minutes in. You got anything else before we end this?
Make Lito watch Paradise, y'all. In the comments when y'all watch the show, appreciate y'all as always. Y'all get in the comments. Make Lito watch Paradise. Bully him. Tell him he look like Marquise Morris. Like, do whatever you gotta do to make him watch Paradise. Whatever it takes.
CJ McCollum shouldn't be traded. He should be playing with Trey. He should be playing with Zion. He should be playing with whoever the new draft pick is. He should be a part of this team until he no longer wants to be a part of this team. That's all we got. Peace. We out. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.